Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Kasamis and Big J Curran.
Nardcore is canceled officially. What's going on, dude? It's been a pretty wild couple of weeks, honestly.
Nothing's fucking canceled.
I know.
Nothing's canceled
I'm just saying.
unless you are willing to let yourself be canceled from it.
Right.
You know, cancel Dave Chappelle as much as you want to try, and it's not going to make a difference. You know, the fucking guy sells out shows upon shows upon shows, and these people just keep going after him, saying that he's transphobic and all this stuff. I mean, he just sold out 4 shows in Santa Rosa up north of California. And he sold out some shows in Minneapolis, and they showed up, and the crew at Minneapolis said, hey, look, man, if you guys have him here, we're not going to work.
Right.
So they told
They
him
moved
no.
it to another theater.
So, yeah.
And
then they immediately sold it out. And then this last show...
You know, they were
Santa
they were
Rosa-
protesting outside and trying to beat people up that were going in.
Well, you know,
I mean, I
because,
don't know
you know,
who's
we got to,
beating
you
people
know...
up, but,
no, they were attacking people, and they were talking shit, and by somebody that's never really said anything transphobic. He was just talking about his friend and making jokes.
Right.
And these people just keep trying, because for anybody, it's about winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a bit of that.
You're just trying to win. If they cancel Dave Chappelle, they win.
Yeah.
But you can't cancel somebody that the majority of the people think is amazing. He's one of the greatest comedians of all time, without a doubt. No doubt, 100%. One of the GOATs. You know what I mean? And so watching all these people just trying to attack somebody based off of some bullshit it's not infuriating, it's disappointing.
It's a bummer.
It's like, look, we have, you guys, there's so many things that you guys could really get into.
Right.
Get into the Roe versus Wade, get into the abortion stuff, get into, you know,
shit that actually is going to make a huge difference.
Get into like making realistic gun laws that make sense.
Yeah.
Get into why in the fuck did we send $80 million to Ukraine when we have an infrastructure problem that's out of control? You know, why are we sending money to other countries when, you know, Puerto Rico got, like, really needs help? Like, you know, there's so many people and stuff that's going on within our society that needs to be taken care of.
Right.
And you're going to worry about whether or not he said something that you deemed offensive. You know what I mean? Which, if you've listened to the special, he didn't say anything attacking anybody. He was talking about a friend.
Sure.
But they won't let that go. They just take little snippets and go, oh, here's our chance to shine. You know, let it go. Figure out some other stuff. Be active. You know, go into, you know, if you want to be proactive in something, instead of attacking Dave Chappelle, be supportive of these kids when they're in high school that are trying to come out as gay or trans or whatever. Instead of taking the time to go and try to cancel somebody, go support somebody. Go lift somebody up. You know, but it's just about cancellation. And it's not about, it's going to make me feel better. It's going to make you feel better because you feel like you won a prize. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like I said, everyone wants to be someone that took down the king. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, with what's going on with this Nardcore shit, and I want to be very. So we're running this one back. We kind of talked about it last week. We decided to regroup and talk about it again. There's a lot more information kind of now. I think we spoke on it a little early, and we wanted to, you know, for myself personally, I know these people involved with the 2 bands that were called out. I know them, everyone, very well. But I wanted to rerun it back and make sure that we do have actual facts, and we do have things that are really true and not true. You know what I mean? And without devaluing the allegations a little bit, you know what I mean? We want to make sure that we're, you know, so let's get into the first one, which is the Dr. No And I think one thing that we need to make sure is, you know, we know who they are. Many people who maybe listen to this do not know who they are. So let's figure out the Dr. No shit, right? Which was with Ismail, who basically I don't know if you want to give what the allegations were, what happened, if you can give the rundown.
No, I
right?
totally can. So we all know who Dr. No is, and the Dr. No on Facebook and stuff is controlled by Brandon.
Right.
Dr. No is Ishmael, Larry, Brandon, and who else? That's where I get lost.
I can't remember the bass player's name now.
Yeah, so please forgive us, man. Sorry about that. But so that being all said, is Ishmael went through some shit. He was emailing somebody. Somebody sent him an email. He never even opened it up.
Right.
I personally looked at the paperwork myself. I want to say this slowly because most of you guys don't tend to listen very well. So I looked at the paperwork. So for you guys don't know what that understands, it means whenever you go to court, they give you the paperwork. And the paperwork says this is how everything worked. It says who was involved, what happened.
Right.
These are the consequences. That's the paperwork.
Right.
Not
but let's start with the allegation.
But
right?
the allegation was pedophilia.
Is he basically was on a list of people that were sending videos that had fucking child porn on it.
Yep.
Right. And this is a year and a half ago. He gets busted. It makes massive waves through the community.
He didn't get busted.
He was arrested.
He got arrested.
Right.
That's not saying he got busted.
Oh, okay, you're right.
To me, when you say somebody got busted, they got caught with it.
They got caught with it. So what happened is essentially the allegation goes, a year and a half ago, he was listed on this basically server where all these people were sending videos, pictures,
there was a guy
all
that
kinds
got
of
popped.
shit. Yeah, a guy that got popped. So everyone to do with that server that he was on, which is a weird way to trade porn, but for being an old guy.
So what happened?
Well, let me finish the allegation. All right.
Okay.
So he gets detained, questioned, blah blah blah, all this stuff. He ends up having to plead guilty to these charges, basically of having the.
It went from 3 felonies to 1 misdemeanor.
Right. It went from 3 felonies to 1 misdemeanor. Ended up getting a little bit of time serving probation. Right. So recently, within the last couple of weeks, what happened was that he went back to jail, right? So in the spectrum of things where no one knows what the fuck's going on, everyone assumes that he really did get caught doing some weird shit, right? But it has come to light now that what you were saying before is that he was on a server of people that traded pictures, videos, all kinds of shit, right? Something he claimed he hadn't used in many, many years, but every single person on that server got busted.
Yep.
Right? Popped. Whatever.
And if you know Ventura County and anybody that lives in Ventura County, we all talk about what a fucked up place it is as far as like all they care about is not whether you're guilty or innocent, conviction rate. They have one of the highest conviction rates in California. They don't give a fuck whether you're innocent or guilty.
Right.
They only care about the conviction.
Right.
He had an email that was unopened on his server.
Okay.
That was sent back and like this guy and him had been talked back and forth. Dude sent him an email. Yeah. He never opened the email. Right. It was looking at the paperwork. It was in his, like how shit. It just sits there, but he never opened it. He never even looked at it. No, nothing. So when they raided his house and went after him, there was nothing there but that one email that he never opened.
Right.
But Ventura County, and we all know what Ventura County is about, the fucking legal system here is so fucked up. They're just trying to get convictions.
Right.
He went from 3 felony counts to 1 misdemeanor count. Copped a case on the misdemeanor account.
Right.
They gave him probation. Part of his probation is you can't have any electronics.
Right.
You can't have nothing.
Yeah, nothing that can access to the internet.
Nothing.
Right.
So in my belief, in his naivety, and I don't know if I said that right. If I did, cool. If I
there's rarely yourself. A word you say right, it's so right, you're fine. Could be the Alzheimer's. Could be the booze. Could be the diabetes. Either way.
Solid 3. solid 3, right?
Solid 3 options.
The fact of the fucking matter is he went to go check in for probation. Mm-hmm. They said empty your pockets. He emptied his pockets. He had a cell phone. Mm-hmm. They violated him.
Right, because he had a cell phone on, which is dumb as shit. It's dumb.
But we got Kenny. I mean, we know what that's like. You know what I mean?
You got me looking over here, dude.
Well, either way, I'm just trying to point at Kenny now. I'll get to you later. So it really came down to he walked into fucking probation.
Right.
And he set his phone down and they violated him.
Right, 100%.
And what kills me is, and anybody that knows this, I've known this guy on not a personal level for 30 years.
Right.
Thought he was an asshole.
You're right.
Didn't I really thought that I thought he was a dick.
Sure. Yeah.
But I then in the last probably 5 or 6 years got to realize that all of this stuff, all these terms and everything that everybody throws around, that this dude is a serious introvert.
Right.
And he's not comfortable with people, and he's not comfortable getting out there.
Right.
And I've learned that, and then after I've kind of figured that out, I also learned that he's a fucking sweetheart of a human being.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's really good friends around him that support him to the end. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So the one person that controls the Dr. No page is Brandon.
Right.
You know, Brandon Cruz is the one that controls the Dr. No page, and he's the one that's been throwing this shit out there about him.
Sure.
Without really being considerate of anything else but himself and his ego.
That may be true. You know what I mean? But here's the caveat for me, the way I see it in certain ways. A lot of people did not know he had pled guilty to those charges. A lot of people were shocked to find out that he pled guilty to those charges. I mean, right now, I talked to 10, 15, fucking 20. I went to the Subhumans the other night at Gigi's. There was 250 people there. It was a large subject for the majority of the conversations. A lot of people did not know, right? And I understand why you wouldn't tell them.
Pled guilty to what?
It doesn't matter. They didn't know that he had pled guilty to the charges. They just assumed that he got off. Right? They didn't know he's on probation. And it's not everyone's right to fucking know. I get it. You know what I mean? But I think the reaction, and I'm not going to justify the reaction because I don't think the way that it got handled was very good at all. I can see certain ways it would freak you the fuck out. But if you're in a band with this dude for a long fucking time and you are just finding out right now that not only did he plead guilty to these charges, which you may or may not understand a year and a half ago, you've been in a band with the dude the whole fucking time, and then all of a sudden you see him go to jail and you find out third party. I could see why you would fucking kind of make a step like that. You know what I mean? Like
I don't understand that at all.
Well, because you are a single person. You're not a guy in a band that basically what I understand is that as soon as it came out, Dr. No was getting straight death threats. People were threatening, hey, don't come to fucking LA. We're going to stab you guys. We're going to fuck you guys up if you come to LA. Right? So whatever livelihood he may think he has, he is somewhat of a public figure. And I'm not saying it's justified, dude. I think it was handled very poorly. You know, especially as someone you've been in a band with this long, I think it was handled pretty poorly. But
fuck being in a band with this person. Not only have you been in a band with this person, you've known this person forever.
I understand.
And then I don't give a fuck about what anybody in LA says.
I know.
I don't give a fuck about what anybody else says. If you've been a friend to this person and with this person for 30 fucking 40 fucking years, whatever it is, if you've been a friend with this person that fucking long, don't run your mouth until you talk to that person. Yeah, don't get on fucking the internet and say, Dr. No, this, that, or the other.
Right.
If you have something that you need to figure out, you don't fucking get on the internet and talk about this. You go to the person, you go to his old lady, you go to the other people that are part of your band, you guys get together and you fucking talk about it. You don't fucking run your mouth like a punk-ass bitch about some shit that you don't know everything that's really going on, because it becomes about you and not about everybody else around you.
I understand that,
There's
and
a
I
lot
don't
of
disagree.
really fucking one of my favorite things about Like, I don't listen to punk. I ain't never listened to punk. But I have so much love and respect for the Nardcore crew and what they are as a family. If somebody's hurt, somebody's got something going on, everybody steps up and they wrap their hands around them and they fucking take care of them. And for somebody to just step up and start throwing allegations out there without going to the fucking source and looking at the paperwork and going, this is the fucking problem, is fucking ludicrous, man. You know, when you
I understand what you're saying.
That's how people go. That's how people get stabbed.
No, I know, but
you know what I mean?
It is, as a dude in a band, it's something that has to be addressed. It has to be addressed immediately,
man.
No, if you are a public figure in a public band, like Dr. No is a fucking popular band, and you have all these allegations, it does need to be addressed publicly. So now,
do you
like I said,
that internally before you address it publicly?
100,000% you do. You do the work, you do the fucking research, you draft, you figure out how to fucking put this. Right now, like I said, when I read that post, the Dr. No post, I went, holy shit. Because it immediately made me think, well, this guy's been fucking lying to everyone the whole time. Right? It put a lot of doubt in my head. Because I've talked to Ish 100 times since then. He's been out and, you know what I mean? And I don't know him well enough to fucking ask him these questions. But I figured if he's willing to show his face, there must be nothing going on. You know what I mean? I can, from the band perspective, you have to fucking say something. You can't not say something. You can't just go dark.
Don't say something without the facts.
If
you say something without the fucking facts, you're a punk.
That's where I agree. But from a guy that literally didn't know it happened, and that's a failure on their part, you know, Ish's part, not being transparent, not telling him what's going on, and maybe he didn't fucking care to hear or care to know.
Is it on Ish because he's going through all this stuff?
It's on both.
Yeah. So
it's on both of them.
For somebody in again, knowing Ish, he is such an introvert and he's so very reserved and quiet. And so is it about him not saying something, or is it about certain people not taking the time to go, hey man, let me go over there, let me talk to his old lady, let me talk to him, let me look at the fucking paperwork, and let me draw a conclusion from that. And not just go off a hearsay of other bullshit and then start making accusations publicly on fucking Facebook and on the internet about somebody that's basically a really good fucking person.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I don't disagree with you, but I can see why it needed, not that, I can see why something needed to be done. You have to do something.
But
if one of the guys in my band
first. And do it internally.
Yes. Yeah,
if you've been a friend with somebody for fucking 30 years,
you reach out and you fucking do the thing.
If somebody fucking says anything about you that I find is off, I'm coming to you.
Right.
I'm not going to go fucking start some bullshit on the fucking internet about, fucking Craig, you know what I mean? He likes his asshole stretched by black midgets. I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to look into it.
You were literally not supposed to say that out loud, dude. I mean, that was fucking rude.
I like the video.
Okay,
it was awesome,
but I'm just saying, I mean, it's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, man.
You're over here on the internet spilling my secrets right now, you fucking toddler.
Look.
You did the same. You just fucking Brandon Cruzed me, dude. It was incredibly rude. All right. No, I there's 100% of it. I agree. You should have there. But here's the thing, man. People are not normal thinking. All you're seeing, you know, I'm putting myself in other people's shoes. The Ish thing is a fucking dumb, complicated issue he got himself into, and it's fucking it sucks. It's tragic, and it's also stupid. You know what I mean? I don't know why the fuck you would be on a fucking server where people are trading. You know, it's like such.
It wasn't. He got the email from the guy.
It doesn't matter. He's on a server with a bunch of people.
And then I don't know. We were talking earlier about. I can't even speak on this shit because I can't hardly use my phone. Mm-hmm. So I get that, and I don't know, but it's my understanding that he got an email from the guy.
That's fine.
And then. Didn't
Never
even look at it and put it away.
That's fine.
Because I get texts from you and I look at them.
Well, obviously, you can barely read. Yeah, no, I get it. It's a dumb situation and it sucks that it happened to him, right? I don't think he's a fucking creep. I don't think he's a pervert. I just think he's an old dude, doesn't understand how shit works, and doesn't understand how fucking easy it is to get caught up in some shit. Even years later after the fact. And as soon as child comes into the fucking atmosphere, everyone goes, ah, you know.
Hey, man, I wouldn't, I don't do email.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? I have an email.
Sure.
I have a couple email addresses, and I have them. But if Kenny sent me an email of him, you know,
Go
like,
ahead. All right. Calm down.
fucking one of them whiny fucking possums. You know, we've seen that.
Whiny lot lizards, dude.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Kenny's all about that shit. So, but if I saw that Kenny sent me an email,
Okay.
I wouldn't like. If it was important,
Right.
you would send me a text or you'd call me.
Right.
So I get emails all the time. I shuffle them into the fucking whatever.
Yeah, but you don't delete them because you're 180 years old and your inbox probably
dude,
has 50,000 fucking emails, right?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
The amount of times my mom's called me and goes,
100%.
I can't send an email. And I go, how many are in your inbox? And she goes, 100,000. And I go, that's why you can't send an email. You have to delete some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
I get it. It's a product of being not a computer guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's all said and done now, right? The reaction now is, how was it handled? It wasn't handled well. It wasn't handled fucking with any sort of and it does speak to a larger thing that when you are involved in something like that, even from a second or third party, a lot of us think, fuck, how is this going to fuck me? Right? And maybe this guy, Brandon is, I don't think he's inherently a bad dude. I just think he thinks I have to distance myself so far away from this right now. He has a professional life where he does sober coaching, and a lot of these guys are PC fucking motherfuckers. And if they find out he's in a band with a fucking chomo, on paper, you might lose some shit. You know what I mean? People go into self-preservation mode all the fucking time. There's been many situations in my life where someone is fucking weird, they act weird, and I go, I'm out. I'm done with you. I don't need to be anywhere fucking near it, right? And I think that was the reaction, and it was done on a public forum, and it fucking. But I think it could have been a lot better. I think it could have been articulated better. You're gonna have that
reaction, and this is me, and I'm definitely fucking old school,
right?
I definitely see things different from a different lens, but with that comes the fact that if I grew up with somebody,
right,
and been part of a band with somebody, I mean, it was Kyle before it was Brandon, but yeah, if I was part of this thing and I'd been with somebody that fucking long, we've been doing this for,
I know you would reach out and do
how long
your
have we been doing this?
A year-ish,
but year-ish, right? We've been doing this year-ish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything or do anything without talking to you.
Right. I agree. I would be
never,
the same.
Ever. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about the trans community earlier, right? So then let's talk about Bill Benson. So if Bill Benson is in my band, and we all know he's part of the trans community, if Bill Benson was in my band and trans, and he started to have an issue and stepped out of the closet finally, I would talk to him.
Sure.
Go straight to him.
Right.
And I would never fucking put anything on the internet
at
all until I knew the facts.
Yeah.
And to just step out of line and go straight to the fact of Dr. No and this fuck this guy.
Right.
No, man. You find out the truth because that's your partner that you've been with for 30 fucking years.
Who Ish is also literally the guy that came up with the term Nardcore. You know what I mean?
Wrote out, did the symbol.
Yeah. I don't know if it's him or his brother or whatever, but
it was his brother is the one that did the symbol.
But either way, it was a reactionary thing, and I understand it. I'm not, you know what I mean? I understand the reaction. I understand actually feeling very. If you were to find out that, which you claim you didn't know, he pled guilty at all, you didn't know anything about it. You know what I mean? And you just found out that right then, you know what I mean? Or maybe even a day or two before, I could understand feeling a little fucking uneasy about the situation, right? Now, when you say you go to the person, that is true about you. A lot of people in this world, and I would argue a hard fucking majority, are not that person.
Yeah.
Whether you're old or whether you're young.
Hard majority needs to get their shit together.
Sure.
And really realize what's important in life.
Right.
You don't fucking go to somebody that you've been claiming is your friend and your brother and your partner in a fucking band. And then the second something happens, you fucking go, oh, this fucking guy.
Right.
You don't fucking do that, man.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you need to look at yourself.
Well, maybe he does, but that's not our
I'm
thing.
not talking about him. I'm talking about everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
You're talking about the whole
I am talking about the dynamic of
like,
people.
Fuck,
yeah.
it's not about you.
Yeah.
We have a crew of people in the Nardcore community in Ventura County around us that are fucking some of the most amazing fucking humans I've ever fucking met.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the most selfless, just like if somebody's hurt, if somebody's got a problem, we're all on board to take care of them. And then somebody decides, well, it's not about everybody else.
Right.
It's about me right now. So let me post all this shit. When normally we all back each other up.
Most of the time.
You know, yesterday I went over and saw Ellen, was hanging out with Ellen to go support her. Mm-hmm. Tony was there from Ill Repute. The twins were there. Yeah. There was a bunch of people there that are old school, OG, original fucking Nardcore people. Like the people that invented this shit. That brought this shit to fucking the fore. And they're all supporting him.
Right.
And anybody that doesn't want to be a part of that shouldn't consider themselves part of Nardcore.
Well,
take a walk.
You know.
No.
It's why? You're talking about
everybody's been supporting each other forever. Why
Nardcore's multiple generations, dude. I mean, at this point, you can't assume everyone's going to jump. A lot of people, like I said, that fight or flight instinct is majority flight. Majority flight. Me, you, Kenny, probably. We are people that most of the time, if we hear something, we're going to go fucking reach out and say something, right? Or ask a question. The majority are not. The majority are reactionary. They think about when they hear something, how is it going to affect me? And oh my God, I got to get away from this. And I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's the hard reality, right? So it's a bummer that it's going down like this.
I have a hard time seeing that happen with somebody that comes from an older generation that claims something.
Why? Because I don't know why you see why it's harder.
You've come from something like the newer generation and stuff. They don't see things the same way.
No.
So the older people are like, okay, wait a minute, this is my friend. Let me see what's up.
Right. So, and some of them are. And some of them it is a generational thing. Mm-hmm. But the majority of people now are influenced by everything around them. The world is much more PC. The world is much more fucking, you know what I mean? People they change. They don't, what they used to stand up for or even tolerate back in the day, they don't now. You know what I mean? The amount of fucking like racism in the scene, all this shit. There's a lot of things that was tolerated in the scene. Letting skinheads show up to shows. I mean, they might get beat the fuck up, but it was fucking tolerated. You know what I mean? And now, like homophobia, all that shit, it was tolerated back then, and now it's not. And some of the older generation feels, you know, like, yeah, I've always fucking hated this, and now I'm realizing that a lot of people fucking do. And now I can be a little more vocal about it, right? I mean, you preach your message and your punk rock and your lyrics and all that shit, how you really feel. But there's a lot of people that don't fucking have a good grasp on how to deal with people, how to deal with a really weird issue that's very sticky and very gray and very touchy. You know what I mean?
So when you're a 60-year-old man, do you think that you should go on the internet and fucking blast it out there?
I'm not saying I would never do that.
But I'm not talking about you.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm not going to get into the.
Some 60-year-old
I know a lot of people are mad at Brandon right now, and I understand why, but I also understand a little bit of what Brandon's side was. Just because in the pure reaction form of being like, dude, I had no idea, I was lied to. This guy's in fucking jail now. And maybe he didn't ask the questions he should have asked, but I totally understand the reaction. I'm not saying it's right, but I know a lot of people are mad.
You fucking have that reaction outside of the internet.
I agree with that.
You don't fucking go on the internet and fucking blast people out.
But
period.
People want to hear something now.
Fuck them.
I know.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Period. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all those people can go fucking suck a dick.
Right, calm down.
I'm not calming down. If you have a fucking problem and it's one of your people, you go fucking talk to your people. Right. You don't put it out there on the fucking internet. If you do put it on the fucking internet, you're a piece of shit.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
Anybody wants to say anything about it, I'm Big J. You can fucking find me.
You are?
If you have something to say about this, fuck you.
Yeah.
You have one of your fucking friends that you've grown up with and you have a problem with them, you don't put it out on the internet. I don't give a fuck whatever happens from now on, Craig. Whatever midget thing you do, I don't care. Whatever fucking happens, I will always come and talk to you because you're my brother and I fucking love you and I'm going to have your fucking back. I'm not going to fucking jump on the internet and go, hey, everybody,
Right.
my ego, fuck yourself. I'm going to come and talk to you and go, hey, bro,
That's
what's
fine.
up?
Like
You
I
know
said,
what I mean?
a lot of people feel exactly how you do.
Well,
And
they're
you know
good
what I mean?
humans.
And you know,
those are good humans.
And I get it.
The ones that just fucking run their mouth off some bullshit are not good
So what do you
humans. They're
think?
garbage.
What do you think happens from here on out? What do you think? This
Oh,
blows
Lord.
over? Do you think? I mean,
what
happens?
going to be like everything else, man.
Okay.
It's gonna run for a minute because we're all involved in it. And we're all heated, like I am obviously right now.
Right.
You know, we're all gonna be a little bit heated, and we're gonna deal with it. And then 2 weeks from now, we'll all be on something else.
We'll all be holding hands.
Yeah, it's the same thing goes on with everything. We're just all caught up in it. I'm sitting at Ellen's house yesterday with her, holding her, hugging her, and telling her I love her. Watched her cry.
Right.
You know, and this is a human that I fucking love,
Yeah,
man. She's
and that's
a
the thing
sweetheart of a
too.
human.
We don't
And I'm
remember they're
standing out there,
humans.
and
It's
I'm
easy to forget that people are fucking humans online.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Which kind of
the people that love and respect each other show up to back her up.
right.
They show up and they back each other up.
Right.
And if that fucking dude was a serious chomo and that was real,
Yeah.
I would be the first person putting him on blast.
Right. 100%.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't work.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know, shit happens to those people.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
yeah. And it's it's a weird, unfortunate thing, and it sucks that it happened. But I think there was a lot of mistakes made along the way on.
So correct your mistakes and say you're sorry.
Yeah.
Stand up, be a man.
Right. But yeah, I mean what I want to move into now is the Stalag call out, right? Which was an odd one because when I read it, I went, oh fuck, that sucks. But when you really look at it, right? So the guitar player Ben for Stalag, who I was in a band with, I've known since he was fucking 15, 16 years old. He's always been a quiet dude, and he is an actual inherent asshole. You know what I mean? He's very smart. You know what I mean? He understands that he's fucking smart. He's wildly talented at guitar, but he's a quiet dude. And when that call out with Stalag, you know, which I think is a major difference on how it was handled was a major fucking difference, right? How it was handled. The initial fucking allegation is basically he dated this chick for 5, 6, 7 years. She claims he basically groomed her from the time she was 16. She claims that he forced her to have an abortion. There's a lot of wild claims, right? But there's nothing real. There's nothing concrete. There's nothing thing. I mean, and really on fucking paper, he's a shitty fucking boyfriend, right? I mean, she claims that he sold her pictures on the internet, which that's where I start having a hard time doing. Is it very possible that he was a shit boyfriend? Is it very possible that she thought they were in a massive relationship and he did not? Yeah, that's possible. We've all had fucking chicks that we were treating as a fucking hookup, you know, now for that amount of time is wild. But the initial call out looked pretty damning, right? The difference is the way that I think Stalag handled it, and I think they did it as well and as articulate as they could. They got together with Ben and talked and hashed out and read through the things and asked what the fuck, right? Ben gave his answers as honest as he could. You know what I mean? Saying, yeah, I did some stupid shit. Never once did I do anything illegal. I would never sell pictures of people on the internet. You know what I mean? It's just not in his thing. Was I a dickhead? Yes. Was I a guy working at Toxic at 30 years old where 16 to 18-year-old girls came in and would talk to me? Yeah, I was. But this is a call out about a bad relationship. He's very guilty of being a shitty boyfriend, right? And that's fine. But what they did is they got together, they talked about it, they hashed it out, they drafted a pretty articulate post and fucking let it fly. They consulted a fucking lawyer, you know what I mean, and let it fly and let it go and let it get handled. And guess what? Their shit went away.
Yeah,
they didn't have any backlash online. I mean, maybe a little bit or whatever, but the problem is the fallout of that type of allegation is so fucking damning. Whether it's true or not, you know, which you don't know. There's never going to be a court case about it. There's never going to be any charges brought up. It's a he said versus she said. And
Yep.
and if the truth ever did come out, no one's going to give a fuck by then anyway.
Yeah.
But what it did do is temporarily ruin this fucking guy's life, right? And this is why people kill themselves. You know what I mean? Like, this is why people fucking find the end of a rope. And it's heartbreaking because when you throw something like that out on the internet and you let someone fucking just wallow in shit and take shit and eat shit like that for something that you maybe did or did not know you were doing, this is why, and ruin a man's fucking career, you know, or a woman or whoever, you know, whatever it is. You ruin someone's fucking career, someone's livelihood, something that they've been doing since they were a kid and they were born to fucking do. You forget it's a fucking actual human. You really do. Online, the online presence. This is a human that fucking is now dealing with some shit that probably is fucking, you know, terrifying, dude. You know what I mean? Like, as far as it goes.
Yeah.
And that's what's heartbreaking to me is, you know, and I don't want to devalue the allegation. I want to make sure that we understand that it's not fucking cool to be a dickhead anymore. You can't get away with it like that anymore. And if there was some bad behavior, then that's fine. But you have to be more cautious for sure in what you do. I'm like worried about being on group chats sometimes because some of the shit we send each other is horrendous. You know, and we've all been a part of shit like that where it's like,
that's where
if someone sent you some wild shit and you opened it, now that's on your phone, dude. You know what I mean? And they can dig so fucking deep into that to find whatever they want anyway.
Yeah.
But these are fucking people that you're blasting. And Ish is the same, you know what I mean? He already got himself into some shit, look, you know what I mean? And you know,
there's a reason why I turned around, put my mic to my mouth, and looked at you because we're talking about exactly the same fucking
I know
thing.
we are, yeah.
You know, we have a person that is a really, like, and I never fucking understood extrovert, introvert. I never understood that.
Right.
Like, I never
You're
had
talking
any
about
idea
Ish,
what that was. I'm
by the
talking
way.
about Ish.
Okay.
Yeah. I you know, that's what I can speak on. But in relation to everything that you just said,
right,
it's exactly what I'm fucking saying.
I know it's
about
exactly
the
how you
shit
feel,
that's going
yeah.
on with Ish.
And they're so parallel. It's weird,
yeah,
you know. Yeah,
exactly. It's two human beings that got caught up in some bullshit. Instead of finding out the facts, everybody just is trying to crucify.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
because it's an easy win. It, like you said, it's an easy fucking win.
Yep.
How fucking
Just
hard
like
is
what
it
we talked
when you
about.
see someone jump on, say some wild shit, and everyone goes, "Yeah, fuck that guy." Now it's a pile on, and now everyone's fucking fine, and everyone feels like they just got a couple more fucking clout points for being the guy on the right side of the issue.
This dude's transphobic. He made a joke about a trans guy. Now we need to shut down all those shows.
Okay, Dave
You know
Chappelle.
what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
But
yeah.
it's the same fucking thing, man.
I get it.
It's on different levels, obviously.
Yeah, it's way different levels.
But it's still the same fucking thing.
Dave Chappelle is the most
levels.
famous human on earth. He's never not going to be famous.
I get
this
that,
this
but
is something.
It's still the same fucking.
It's the same thing in theory, but what this is doing to this community really literally affects you. Like, affects your daily fucking life. Dave Chappelle is going to live in his fucking giant mansion in the middle of fucking Ohio, and he's going to be fine forever.
But it's still
this
people
is
just attacking somebody off of hearsay and off of stuff where they're like, well, this gives me a chance to build my own ego, to build my own self, to make myself, like, I get to try to cancel somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
it's the same. It's kind of the same.
It is the same thing on
paper. What we're talking about is definitely on different levels.
Right.
But we're still, instead of looking into what the actual scenario is, people are just attacking to just boost themselves.
Right. A lot of it.
You know what I mean?
I'd say a lot of it. Some of them might actually fucking agree. Some of them might know this chick. Some of them might really fucking understand that, you know, Ben was an asshole boyfriend, and there could have been some fucking bad behavior. There could have been some manipulation. Like I said, we kind of talked about it last week, but, you know, when you have the power over someone, whether they're fucking, you know, underage, overage, whatever, it's so easy to be abusive when you have the fucking all the power, right? I mean, it's possible for every single person, every single situation, and you don't know somebody for real. You know, we joke about the things we know about each other. I don't know what you fucking do when you leave here. You know what I mean? Like, You don't know what I do on my fucking computer where Kenny's touching that might be kind of sticky.
I have cameras all over the
I'm just kidding, Kenny.
I have cameras all over the house.
But, you don't know somebody, and you don't know that relationship, and you don't see the interactions and whatever the fuck. It's going to be a he said versus she said, and he can't say shit right now. I'm talking about Ben. He can't say shit. There's not one thing you can say.
Neither one of them.
Neither one of them can. You can't say shit because whatever you say is just going to add to the fucking fire. And I understand a part of it why you would like roll back and be like, ugh, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should kill myself. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
It's if you're somebody that's not personally involved and you're not like secondhand, not the 9 fucking degrees of Kevin Bacon, but if you're like,
take that.
If you're just part of the peripheral, step back, take a breath, figure it out. Don't say too much and let it go.
You hope so.
But if you are part of the real, like the whole fucking real what's going on scenario, fucking talk to him, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bad.
And if you can't talk to him, like let's figure it out. Figure out the whole story, man.
Right.
Before you start crucifying people.
Yeah.
Because once you start that crucifixion, all these people every day, all the time on fucking Instagram and Facebook and everything are talking about suicide hotlines. When you start putting fucking people into the ground like that, that's what the fuck you're sending them to.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're not, if you don't have that constitution to just be able to go like, fuck you guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then where does your fucking head go?
Or not only that, just wait a minute.
Yeah, and hey, man.
Wait a minute, dude. You know how many, and we talk about this so many times. How many times do we type, me and you, I'm sure, type out a fucking text, just getting it. You know what I mean? Just laying into someone, and then you go, and then you delete it, right? You fucking wait a minute. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that don't have that wait a minute in them. You know what I mean?
I stopped fucking around on Facebook. I really did.
Yeah.
And I did quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And then again, when we talk about, Billy Goat Benson, he posted some shit about these Trump flags and shit down in Inglewood. And I kind of said some shit about man, why you guys even give a fuck?
Yeah.
Get over it. And the fucking people that are old Billy Goat Benson's friends that came after me and shit, dude, was fucking unreal.
It's just
and Billy, and I fucking love Bill.
Yeah.
He's been a friend of mine for a long fucking time. I love him to fucking death. You know what I mean? And not just because he's old, and I have a lot of respect for old people, and I try to support him. You know what I mean?
I think, what is he, 2 years older than you?
Hey, man, shut up. So, but having all these people come after me, instead of engaging with them, and I did exactly what you said. One dude said some shit, and I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch, man! Hey, motherfucker! If you don't know me, keep my name out your fucking mouth.
Right.
If you can't keep your fucking name out my mouth, come fucking find me, homie. We'll have a conversation.
Sure.
But if you're not gonna fucking dude,
you went full J on it.
Dude,
I get it. I get it.
I was ready to
but
stab
also,
that motherfucker.
what could you have done?
Completely deleted. Went and deleted the whole fucking
What could
thing.
you have done? Just not fucking even said anything. You know what I mean?
Well, I know. I was a little fucked up.
I know, but that's the reason. That's the thing,
and old Billy Boy,
opinions are like assholes, dude.
Everyone
has one.
The old goat tends to lean
a
little hard, you know what I mean? And he talks a lot about stuff, and he's a bit sensitive, and he gets a little
a
little aggressive about things.
Okay. He's my guitar player. I love him to death. I have to deal with him every day. So
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
That's why I say this shit.
I love him to death, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I've been in bands with guys that I completely fucking disagree with most of the time on anything political, because I'm not a lefty. I'm not a righty. I try to see both sides, and that's it. And it translates really well in person to person live. It never fucking translates well online, and it never will. And I fucking learned that lesson a long time ago.
Me too.
And
that's where
a long fucking time ago.
That whole thing where I posted this stuff with Bill, it had to have been 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sure,
I was pretty faded.
You had no business
Probably
on there
smoked
anyway.
a bunch of weed.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
Anyway,
I get you.
Yeah, And then posted the next day and saw all the comments and shit. Was like, God damn it.
I know. And it's a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
So it's, that's the thing. It's this conversation works person to person. It works when you can see their face and you can see their reaction.
But can we admit that Bill does kind of look like an old Billy Goat?
You can admit whatever you want. I love him.
Come on, man.
I love it. Hey.
So do I, but he does look like an old
That's
Billy
fine, dude. You want to spend fucking 30 minutes talking about Bill? I don't know.
You want to get any Chris Perez?
No, I don't.
Kinds of shit on him too.
No, I just want, it's just, I'm bummed that it's going down like this, right? And there's, it just makes you fucking think like, man, there's a lot of fucking things in this world that are cancelable. That's good. You can get canceled for, and but everyone has to remember, man, like there is a fucking human behind whatever allegation you're saying. And some of those allegations are fucking tried and true. Burn them. Fucking get them. You know what I mean? When there's real fucking proof that there's some nasty behavior, I'm all for it. Fucking scorch earth. But, when you get talking about your Weinsteins and your fucking Epsteins and the, Jeffrey Epsteins and all that shit, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of nasty, terrible fucking male behavior in this world that should get checked. And there's also some nasty ass fucking women behavior. You saw it with the Johnny Depp trial. You know what I mean? We've gone over this stuff endlessly. But there is a human behind that. You know what I mean? When it's a questionable fucking thing, and it's when someone that, a lot of these people have more money than God. They can hide in their mansions in the Hamptons. When it's someone that's like literally fucking barely getting out of college, you're just starting to make your fucking rounds, you're doing your thing, and then now all of a sudden you have to rethink your whole entire life because of basically not understanding how to be in a fucking relationship. It just fucking, it starts to hurt, man.
And we all, and this is one of it just really, hopefully will change.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know.
It's the taking somebody that 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, like the person that I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Completely different human.
5 years ago.
Right.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
All different.
All right.
And to continue to drag people into stuff that happened 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 years ago. I mean, Kevin Hart getting crucified
over a fucking tweet where he couldn't even host the Oscars.
Yeah. Like stop, man. Just fucking stop. Everybody just stop thinking of yourself and start looking internally and drawing outwards from that. Look at where you would feel if somebody came after you and start going like, hey, man, let me think about this for a minute. Let me hear what his point of view is. Let me hear what her point of view is. Let me hear what their point of view is. He, she, it, they, whatever.
Zimzir.
Yeah. Whatever it is. I don't care.
Yeah.
Listen to them. Give them a chance.
Yeah.
Don't just jump on the fucking bandwagon and go after them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. That's the hardest thing about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
We've talked about it in the past with the Me Too and like you can't fucking like hear all women. Not all women are good people.
Yeah, not all men are good people. Yeah, exactly.
We need to judge everybody by their particular character and like judge by going and looking at them.
Right.
Kevin Hart's a good fucking human, man.
You would assume.
He wanted to. He's a pretty good fucking dude.
Seems like it, yeah.
And to have him like dream of hosting whatever the awards were.
The Oscars, I think.
The Oscars. To have him dream about this his whole life and work and struggle to get to that point, and then to fucking crucify him something that happened fucking 10 or 15 years ago, that shit has to stop, man. Like, get to the core of what really is going on and then work at it and judge.
It would be nice, It would be nice. I don't know. It's just like so many of those people that are so quick to fucking throw the fucking, there's like a Bible, just to throw a Bible quote, you know what I mean? And it's one of my favorites because it fucking counts. It's like, why don't you pull the plank out of your own eye before you go after the splinter in your brother's? You know what I mean? And it is like a weird, like, it's a Bible quote, whatever. But It fucking makes sense. It's
Is
like
that really a Bible quote?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it really is. Psalms something or other probably. But you really can't fucking. Everyone's got shit, dude. Everyone's got some dark shit in their lives in their past, decisions they've made that they weren't fucking stoked on, mistakes they've made, right? Every single human on earth. If you don't have any regret in your life, you're either a fucking megalomaniac or Jesus, maybe. I don't know, which is probably more like megalomaniac.
Yeah.
If you live your life with no regrets, dude, it's insane. You can't not reflect on the things that you've done in the past and be embarrassed by some of them. You know what I mean? I've definitely been embarrassed by some of my past behavior. Not that it was ever, cancelable, because I'm a perfect fucking angel, obviously.
Oh, dude, man.
But everyone has to take a
You're
deep
awesome.
fucking look at themselves at some point and go, fuck, you know what I mean? And remember that before you blast someone online, it's a person, it's a human that you're blasting. You might want to hurt them. I get it. You know what I mean? They may have done you fucking wrong, done you fucking dirty. From the moment you met them to the moment you finally escaped that relationship, they might have fucking done you dirty. But what's it about? Is it about getting revenge? Is it about, you know what I mean? Like, there's always something to it. You know what I mean? And 99% of the time, it's to fucking tear someone to the ground because you're mad, or you have a boyfriend that is fucking doesn't like this guy. You know what I mean?
A lot of it comes back to ego.
A lot of it is ego based.
A lot of it is ego based. A lot of it is, instead of like really looking and judging yourself and going like, hey man, where am I at in this? What should I be doing to be a better person? What should I be doing to look around and see what's going on, instead of just going straight to ego and going, well, I'm a better person and this person needs to be crucified because I'm better.
Yeah.
And we need to go and fucking run this person over with a fucking bus.
Right.
When you should just be going like, wait a minute. What's really going on with Ben? What's really going on with Ishmael?
Right.
What's really going on with Craig and midgets? You know what I mean? Like it's just really and Kenny and
lot lizards,
dogs and lot lizards at Wainimi Beach.
Poor Kenny. Kenny don't even have a mic. You can't fucking shit on him when he doesn't have a mic,
perfect.
dude. Poor Kenny. Perfect. Kenny, you're a fucking angel.
Yeah, you.
Thank
really
you for
are.
being here.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a tough one.
If you could start doing this with clothes on, we'd appreciate it. The fact that you're just sitting there butt ass naked is kind of disturbing.
It's a wild move to walk into my house naked, dude.
But I appreciate it at the same time, and you and I will be copulating.
You know what actually takes the sting away is you got a piece on you, dude. And I appreciate it.
Dude. Man, you don't need a fishing pole. Just sling that thing over the side of Wainimi Pier. Yeah.
Anyway, you could use it as a fucking as a leader line.
Wild,
dude.
bro.
Anyway, no, man, it's a bummer, and my heart goes out to everyone. For the woman that called out Ben, I'm sorry you felt so fucking abused your whole life. You know what I mean? Your whole time. It just sucks, and my heart goes out to that too, because there are times where you don't know how fucked up a relationship is until you get out of it. Then it hits you. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what it is. And it could be that. It could not be that. I don't want to devalue that. She feels like that, dude. And that's fine.
Did you see Patty the Baddie?
I did, yeah.
So did you see what he posted?
Yep.
So
we're talking about UFC now, by the way. Jane is fucking...
I'm sorry. We're talking about UFC. And what we're talking about is Patty Pemberton, right? Did I say it right?
Patty Pimlet.
Yeah, Patty Pimlet. Anyways, Patty the Baddie. It doesn't matter. UFC fighter.
Awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Incredible. Did you watch the fight?
No, not yet.
Oh, it was incredible, dude.
So, anyways, he had somebody kill himself a week or so ago. And it was a homie. And one of the things that he said, and what he was saying is, as men, we need to stop letting shit just get shoveled down.
Right.
And start stepping up.
Right.
And talking to therapists and figuring out what's going on. And really, like, if you're having these issues, you're having these problems, step up.
Talk about it.
Like, just
you got to talk about it. Yeah.
And if the first person you talk to isn't the right person, go find another one.
Right.
And I say all of this needing to go talk to a therapist and keep trying and not doing a very good job. You know, it's hard.
It is hard.
It's really, really hard. You know, and for these people around us that look at and see me and like, man, this dude's doing really good.
Right.
I'm not always doing good. I got a lot of shit.
Sure,
going.
a lot of people. It's pretty right on the surface. Dude.
Anyways.
Watching you yell on a podcast for like 45 minutes is not great.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, it's not helping your cause, dude.
Anyways, I get that. I was a little agitated. But
I get it though, man. You're passionate. It's your friend. I get it.
Yeah,
you know?
But also along with that is it's not just about men. It's about all of us.
All of us.
It's about like if you went through a hard relationship and you're with somebody and you felt abused like you were groomed and like if it's 7 years later or whatever, like go talk to somebody, man, and work through it and see if like where you're at really, you know, like work on yourself internally and take those steps.
Someone that's doing the work on themselves is not gonna lash out. Yep. You know what I mean? And I can't remember what this fucking guy's name is. I think he died, but he's like this really well-dressed black dude that talks to people online. I can't remember his name. God damn it. It was so fucking funny. You would love him. Because he's an asshole on paper. Like women call in and talk about their issues in relationships or whatever, right? So this, I gotta find it. I'll find it. But I think he recently died. And he's notoriously a fucking dickhead. But the one video I saw just today, it made me laugh so goddamn hard, was this lady jumps on and she goes, you know, I'm dating this guy and he wants, you know, we've been dating for a while. He wants to have sex. I don't want to have sex. And, you know, it's because of my past traumas. And he goes, hey, that's your fucking problem. He's all, you got to work on that. He's all, you feel like this right now, right? And you're telling this guy you're not going to fuck him because of your past. He's all, and I understand. He's all, but let me go ahead and you're absolutely in therapy working on this right now, right? And she just goes blank and he goes, exactly. He's all, this is your fucking problem. You know what I mean? And it made me laugh so hard because I get it. You know, we all carry that past trauma into, your past trauma is not someone else's fucking problem when you're trying to be two people fucking making a thing work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard because you always let it overlap, you know what I mean? But if you're not doing the fucking work to get past it, then you can't ask someone else to fucking fix it for you. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You just fucking can't, you know?
I have a lot that goes through my head that I have to deal with.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm just lucky that I have somebody that I'm with that like is very patient, and understanding.
I mean, someone say she's Mother Teresa.
Man,
I'd be out.
Yeah,
I'm out of
she
here.
would say that too if she thought that was real.
If you didn't have her chained to the bed every time you left the house.
That's why she's
so she couldn't run away.
That's why she's around, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and midgets, me and her.
Yeah, there you go.
We all got our fetish.
That's
you
fine.
know what I mean?
All right. I don't know. It's a bummer, dude. Nardcore's canceled.
So, look, man.
It was really cool being a part of the Nardcore punk scene. I'm sorry.
We still got Nardfest and
I know, which actually makes me a little nervous, dude. Like,
but I do want. I guess one thing I want to address. Mm-hmm. Do you have a bidet?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Did you just get one?
Oh yeah.
Did you get a tushy?
No.
What'd you get? A legit bidet?
Yeah.
Like a actual one?
Warm water.
No way. Congratulations.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's incredible.
Oh.
I have a
thing
tushy
into full blast and then turn the heat up. Dude.
Isn't it a game changer?
I sat there on that fucking toilet forever before. I'm not looking at my phone or nothing. I'm just sitting there moving my ass around.
Yeah.
Trying to that felt good.
Yeah.
Oh, let me move over a little bit this way. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh my God.
I got a tushy about
It's
6
so
years ago
fucking
and
good.
it changed my life. It changed my life, dude.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So fucking nice.
You know what? If you're dealing with trauma, get a tushy. Get a bidet.
Yeah.
Shoot some fucking warm water in your beehole, dude. That'd be fucking incredible. It'll solve a lot of your problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure.
So nice.
I don't even want to begin to imagine what it's like down there, but I would imagine it's like
you've been imagining.
It's like It's like Vietnam, but hairy, probably.
Yeah. No, I shave, bro. Come on.
You shave your butthole,
dude. I shave everything, man.
No, you don't. You shave your butthole. Can you even reach?
No, I have somebody do it.
No.
I get waxed, man.
You do not.
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous.
How much do you have to take that fucking chick? It's fucking insane, dude.
I just let her stick her finger in there and tickle a little bit. You know what I mean?
No way she wants to.
What?
There's no way, dude.
Have you seen this body? It's like an Adonis, man. They're just waiting in line.
It's
like I throw a lottery ticket out there to see which one of them girls gets to stick their finger in my butt.
It looks like a Mayan temple.
Yeah.
Present day. That's what your body looks like. Overgrown, out of shape.
They're so
fucking
grateful.
Oddly
They're
corroded.
So grateful. You know, they usually will kind of do a little ring temp, just check it out, dude. And then
you should get canceled over that.
What are you talking about?
So whoever's touching your butthole right now,
I'm supporting people.
You'd have to pay me a year's salary to get in there, dude.
That's why I don't come to you.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yeah, I go to.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, I go to.
God, that's a nightmare, dude.
No, dude, my asshole's perfect.
Well, I'm sure it's squeaky clean now, dude.
Epic.
I bet if you touch it, it feels like you're shaking hands with somebody, dude.
I
with
touch
hemorrhoids,
it all the time,
the whole
I
fucking
haven't
deal.
had no hands reach out and touch anything. I touch it a lot. It's like, man, yeah.
Oh my god!
I did have a hemorrhoid.
This is a terrible way to end a podcast, dude. Ugh.
I had a hemorrhoid a couple of months ago, man.
Did you?
It was rough. Dude.
I had a bad one with it.
I was riding my bike and I couldn't sit down like really
Yeah,
sit down comfortably.
It hurt,
yeah. And then it was fucked up because every time I would sit down, it really started to hurt. I had this overwhelming urge to rub my nipple and jerk off. Dude, it was so fucked up, man. It was a long ride.
Cancel Jay. Okay. Cancel Jay. This guy, of all humans on earth, needs to be canceled, okay? The abuse. Do you hear what I'm hearing in my... I have to hear this high def in my fucking ears, dude.
I got home.
Did you? I'm glad that's a
ride,
fucking...
dude.
Oh, that's a fucking fairy tale ending.
Have you ridden through Lockwood Valley? There's some sheep and cows going out there, man. And if you put
Cancel
enough salt
Jay, dude.
along...
They're going to outlaw that shit.
The sheep fucking? Are you bummed about it?
Projecting about it.
What are you talking about, man?
You putting
Hey.
projections into my brain? That's
Kenny literally just quit right now, dude. He's fucking out of here.
Hey, look, man.
Anyway.
Love you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
1 year anniversary coming up this weekend at the bar. If you guys come by, we're going to be there all weekend. We got Big Maury and the Heavy Hitters. And I can't remember who's playing Saturday.
Nailed it, dude.
Yeah.
It's the fucking best bar owner in Ventura County right now, dude.
Sunday, I'll be getting butt naked behind the bar, serving up Bloody Marys.
Gross.
Yeah.
Cool. My 40th birthday is coming up, August 13th, at the said Butt Naked Bar, the Garage.
Yes.
It's going to be incredible. Live roast. It's going to be streamed on our YouTube channel, probably starting about 5 p.m. So tune in if you want. We're going to have a massive panel, not a massive, but a panel of people that are lovingly destroying me for my 40th. It's something I don't know why. Maybe it's a masochist in me. It's my love for fucking torture. Roast me, right? So if you guys have roasts that you want to send, maybe Jay will read some because apparently he's so funny he's not going to write anything. DM them to Jay. Send them to Jay. If you have roasts for Jay, that you want me to stale at him, fucking send them in. Dude.
Hey, man,
send them
if
to
you
me.
guys got stuff for Craig, please, if you're listening to this and you know Craig, send them to Jason Curran on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Jason Curran, Big J. Please send them to me, man. It honestly, man, we all know how easy it is to roast Craig.
There's a lot of low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yeah. No, it's not.
But if you have something really personal that you've built up and you really would like me to throw out there, I would love to be the one.
Yeah. Send them to Jay.
Yeah.
Likewise, because I'm sure, August 13th.
We were going to roast Chris Perez, but he's
not going to be there, but we're going to roast him. He's going to do a video.
He got deported. Yeah. And so he's going to be at a brothel in Tijuana.
Yeah.
He's a fluffer for the donkeys.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be really good.
He can't make it, but it's okay. We're going to start
We're going to get him anyway.
We're going to do a GoFundMe for him.
Right.
Get Chris Perez back in the States.
Yep, get him back, dude.
Yep. But I mean, in the meantime, at least he has a job fluffing up donkeys.
Yeah, he's working.
Yeah,
dude.
he's
that
doing
immigrant
something.
mentality. Dude,
Yeah,
he's working.
Always
He knows
working.
he's working.
Always working.
It's
I
gonna be
just
great.
hope he
My
can stop
wife-
talking long enough to actually
good
fluff the donkey.
My wife
Yeah.
is going to be on the panel. So if you guys want to see my wife roast me, oh my God, it's going to be nuts. So August 13th, 4 to 7 p.m. I would love for you guys to come out live, be there. We're going to have a whole setup. Kenny's going to be there with his 360 camera. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have a fucking good time. It's absolutely free. And I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Check out the merch. Hit that notifications bell on YouTube. It doesn't mean it's a perfect, easy, free way to support the podcast. And obviously tell your fucking friends. Love you guys. We're out.
Yep.
Bye.
Love you.